Next, you have the various types of death, where you have somatic death, molecular death, brain death, and apparent death. Starting the topic with somatic death. Somatic death is also known as clinical death or systemic death. Very easy. Whatever I have kept in the definition of death is somatic death. That is permanent cessation of respiration, circulation, and brain function. When a person goes through somatic death, as a medical practitioner, you can say that the person is legally dead and you can issue a death certificate. Now, when you do the ECG of this person, it will come out to be flat. So, in order to have an evidence of somatic death, you can carry out the ECG of the person, and if it comes out to be flat, like in movies you have seen the ECGs come out, right? So that means the person is clinically dead. But just because a person is clinically dead, that does not mean the individual cells in that person are also dead. That is, the cells are still alive. The whole body is dead, but then the cells making up the body might still be alive. It is only when these individual cells also eventually die after some time do we call it cellular death, also known as molecular death. So as I said, there is a gap. What is there? There is a gap between somatic death and cellular death, and this gap is referred to as supravital period. Supravital period depends on two things. Number one, the metabolic activity of cell, and number two, the oxygen availability to cell. Let's say we have two cells, cell A and cell B. Cell A is more metabolically active. That means it has higher demand of oxygen. After death, it will die sooner because its demands are not going to be fulfilled. Cell B is metabolically less active, so it has less demand of oxygen. So after death, this cell is going to survive for a longer period of time because it does not require much oxygen. Even in little oxygen, it is able to survive. So after death, cell B will survive for a longer period of time because it has less demand. Availability of oxygen. Let's say you have cell A and cell B. Cell A is being provided with larger amount of oxygen even after death, so it will survive for a longer period of time. Cell B is being supplied with less oxygen after death, so it will survive for less period of time. Supravital period is significant for two things. Number one, body disposal, and number two, transplantation. Hear me out. See, sometimes what happens is that you issue death certificate and then the family members take the dead body for disposal. At the site of disposal, the family members, they notice that the muscle of the person is twitching. There is twitching of the muscle or some movement in the body. And as a result, the family members think that the person is still alive. Their dear ones is still alive and they are angry. They will come to you. They will fight you. They will tell that, sir, my person is still alive. How can you issue that death certificate? At that time, you need to explain the family members that the person is clinically dead. The person has somatic death. It's just the muscle cells that are still alive. So the muscles, it's twitching. And that is why, as evidence, you need to have ECG. See, if as evidence you can show the family members that the ECG has become flat, right? The person's ECG is flat. Now you are safe. You can say that the person is clinically dead. There is nothing I can do. The ECG is flat. Here's the proof. Transplantation. See, The body is dead, but the cells are still alive. So the organs are still alive. So within supravital period, you can transplant the organ. And that is why after the person becomes clinically dead, you can ask the members, the family members, the loved ones, if they want to donate the body organs or not. And obviously it's going to be autonomous. It's totally up to them whether they want to donate it or not.